to be the oldest person in the room. My achievement tonight. Hang on a minute. We were invited here tonight by chance, and I'm one of a group of poets who are called the Pub Crawl Poets, and we perform in Shore and by Sea, which is, of course, the centre of the creative world. I won't waste too much of your time by doing too many, but I'm just going to do one. This is called Mr. Angry. Before I am starting, there's something you should know. Mr. Angry resides inside my rhyme. He ranks at the world accusing capital of culpability in cold and vicious crime. It pisses him off. It makes him mad. The fucking inhumanity of it all, that greed is behind inequality, and why don't the privileged ever fall? Do they think that they can fool him? Every day he struggles here on earth. Do they think that he will champion them and give them holy worth? As an old man, I can't remember the next line. Private enterprise is the only way to rule the world. Do you think he'll swallow that? Do you think they see him coming, think he's some kind of stupid twat? It pisses him off. It makes him mad. The fucking inhumanity of it all. That greed is behind inequality. And why don't the privileged ever fall? Invade that country, topple that state, create a regime change. Those people will impose our kind of social democracy on them. It's something we will arrange. Is his appearance that gullible? Is he as thick as shit? There's no tattoo across his forehead saying, I'm a stupid git. It pisses him off. It makes him mad. The fucking inhumanity of it all. That greed is behind inequality, and why don't the privileged ever fall? They tell him this, they tell him that. They even tell him it's not butter. Every word is a diversion, every word is a lie that they utter. It pisses him off. It makes him mad. The fucking inhumanity of it all. The greed is behind inequality, and why don't the privileged ever fall? Greedy workers are to blame, or the lazy poor, while profits are headed for their deep pockets, never into his or yours. They think that their silver spoon tongues can convince him of their value. Really believe that their PR lies will suddenly become true. Mass media would have us believe that the clever ones are the rich. But who owns the news? Is it that 1% with that accumulation itch? It pisses him off. It makes him mad. The fucking inhumanity of it all. That greed is behind inequality, and why don't the privileged ever fall? The Nazis said, a lie repeated makes people believe it to be fact. So speaking utter tripe so much just makes them a top-class fascist act. He calls them fascist bastards, and they always hit the roof. But it's funny, isn't it? When they have a fancy dress party, they always dress as a Hitler Youth. He says we must all be nutters. We must all be fools to live in a society where surplus value rules. It so pisses him off. It makes him so mad. The fucking inhumanity of it all. This system that lies and cheats him, and that rich 1% that are convinced they will never, ever fall. So my Mr. Angry, often pissed off and ranting at the system like a dog barking at the full moon, is waiting for capital greed to destroy itself. And he believes it won't be a day too soon. Thank you. Now don't forget, the Pub Crawl Poets, the last Wednesday of every month at the Duke of Wellington in Shoreham, centre of the world. Thank you.